Terror and fear are gripping Israel as a wave of unexplained and brutal killings piles up across the country. In a single night of chaos, explosions and shootings rocked multiple cities, with at least 5 people killed in separate incidents. The victims all came from the Arab-Israeli community, which has once again found itself at the center of a deadly crime wave. Is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ignoring internal security, as the state focuses heavily on its wars in Lebanon and Gaza, while deadly crime spirals at home? Israel is now on edge after back-to-back murders in a single night, with each new attack fueling worries that the violence could spread and become even harder to contain. 5 members of the Arab-Israeli community were killed within just a few hours on June 28, underscoring how rapidly the situation deteriorated over the course of one blood-soaked night. This deadly spate of violence included both targeted shootings and a car bombing in different parts of the country, suggesting a mix of criminal feuds and organized attacks. The chain of attacks began overnight in the city of Taibe, where one person was shot dead and another wounded by gunfire, setting the tone for the grim hours that followed. Police indicated that the Taibe shooting appeared to stem from a family dispute, highlighting how deadly many of these internal conflicts have become inside Arab-Israeli towns. Soon after, a man was killed in a car bombing in Jaffa, and his 6-year-old son was also injured in the blast, turning what may have been a targeted hit into a family tragedy. Investigators suspect the Jaffa bombing may be revenge for the earlier fatal shooting of a teenager, pointing to a cycle of retaliatory violence that is spiraling out of control. Rough estimates suggest about half a kilogram of explosives was planted under the vehicle, likely before the driver got in, indicating a pre-planned attack carried out with chilling precision. Just hours later, a second car explosion in Holon killed another man in his 30s, adding yet another fatality to a night already marked by bombings and gunfire. By mid-morning on June 28, violence flared again as 2 more men were shot dead in the Arab city of Qalansawe, extending the terror well beyond the overnight attacks. Video footage from the scene appears to show 2 assailants arriving on a motorcycle, pulling up alongside a vehicle and then opening fire at close range before speeding away. These latest killings have pushed the Arab-Israeli community's death toll in 2026 to at least 141 people, according to a watchdog, underscoring a broader epidemic of violent crime. Israel's far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, who oversees the police, did not issue an immediate public comment, drawing sharp criticism from those who say the government is failing its own citizens. All of this is unfolding as Israel doubles down on its wars in Lebanon and Gaza, raising fears that domestic security in Arab communities is being sidelined while the state's focus stays fixed on external fronts.
Yesterday, before the start of the Sabbath, we achieved a historic accomplishment for the State of Israel. Following direct negotiations between Israel and Lebanon, mediated by the U.S., we have reached a framework of understanding that allows us to move forward towards ending the conflict and, God willing, eventually reaching a peace agreement between the 2 countries. Under these understandings, the U.S. and Lebanon have recognized Israel's right to maintain the security zone inside Lebanon for as long as it is required for our security. We will continue to hold it until Hezbollah and the rest of the terrorist organizations are disarmed and until no further threat to Israel is posed from Lebanon. This is a massive blow to Iran and Hezbollah. Iran tried to force a withdrawal from southern Lebanon upon us. You heard these demands all the time, and you also heard their disappointment and their criticism of the agreement, both theirs and Hezbollah's. I stood firm on our vital interests and forcefully opposed the notion of forcing a withdrawal upon us. Lebanon, Israel, and the U.S. are essentially saying to Iran, this is none of your business. You have no status here. You have no involvement and no role. Not you, not Hezbollah, and not any terrorist organization. Israel and Lebanon have agreed on 2 adjacent areas near the Yellow Line, recommended by the IDF, where there will be a pilot program for disarming Hezbollah and transferring the territory to the control of the Lebanese army. I'll show you this on the map. The black line is our international border with Lebanon. The yellow line is the security line, or more accurately, the security zone. Here is a small addition we made in recent weeks. Where the pilot areas we are discussing. The first is here, completely outside the security zone. The second is an area beyond our original security zone, which the IDF says is not operationally essential, and from which we will withdraw. These are the two pilot areas. This means Israel remains in the yellow security zone that protects us. This is a tremendous achievement, because what were they trying to do? They tried to get us out of there through all kinds of means and pressures. That, of course, will not happen. We are breaking the Iranian axis of terror, but we are also breaking the Iranian diplomatic axis. We managed to reach this framework of understandings for a simple reason, because we struck Hezbollah hard. And Hezbollah, which expected assistance from Iran, did not receive it because we struck Iran hard. All of this was done thanks to the heroism of our fighters, and also thanks to the wise and courageous decisions we made. In the last 2 weeks alone, we eliminated over 200 terrorists, and since the beginning of the war, over 9,000 Hezbollah terrorists. We took control of the Beaufort, and we are staying in the Beaufort. We took control of the Ali Tahrir Ridge and of Bint Jbeil. They are under our control. We are eliminating their terrorist infrastructure throughout the entire area, in the entire yellow zone. We are simply wiping out the terrorist infrastructure. There are bunkers there are tunnels there are terrorist villages there. We are wiping them all out. We are not done yet. We still have work to do, especially regarding the global problem of explosive drones. And in this too, we will be the first in the world to find a solution. But what is clear is one thing. There is a historic achievement here. This agreement strengthens Israel and Lebanon, and weakens Iran and Hezbollah. And God willing, this is a sign of things to come.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.